Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. This is the series where I go through my collection. I have 4 Pelican cases, 3 1550s and 1 1600. Oh, I'm in need of another Pelican case. I don't want to buy another, but I'm close to buying another one. So anyway, we're going to go through all those Pelican cases, one knife at a time, one day at a time. As I said when I started this about 165 knives ago, it'll probably take about a year. Maybe a little more, probably a year. We've started with the Spyderco collection, and we're continuing with the Spyderco collection. The knife of the day today is the Spyderco LionSpy. I already have on the playlist, on the knife of the day playlist, a look at the little, L-I-L, little LionSpy that came out recently. So go check that out. But this is the original from Spyderco. It's called LionSpy because it's a collaboration between Spyderco and Lion Steel. It takes a look at the Lion Steel SR1 and of course includes the touches from Spyderco, like the Spyderco, the Spidey hole and other things. But man, it's a nice knife. So let's talk about this, the knife of the day, the Spyderco LionSpy. It is still available. It is not available. It's sold out on the Spyderco website. It is not discontinued, so you can find some of the bigger ones. Obviously, the little LionSpy is new. I had an opportunity to pick up my friend's Lion Steel SR1, and I'll tell you, it does feel the same. It really does. So this collaboration came up with a very nice knife. Let's start with the blade. It's a big, wide blade, thick stock. It's a real nice, full, flat grind on this stock too. It's a nice slicer. Really good slicer. Same shape as the SR1, except of course the Spidey hole that helps you open it very quickly, very fast. This came to me really smooth and very, very sharp. A lot of Spyderco knives right out of the box are super sharp. So let's talk about it. This wide blade is Elmax steel. All of the Lion Steel knives that I've seen have been Elmax steel. LionSpy is an Italian company. But it really has been, I believe it's an Italian company. I'm sorry. I see Italy, and I think that's because of the Elmax steel. No, it was made in Italy from Lion Steel. But just very well done. I like Elmax steel. I really do. I have several knives with Elmax steel, and especially every single one of my out the front Microtechs are Elmax steel except for one. But just a real nice steel, thick. Has jimping right here, right before you get into the Spidey hole. Just a little bit of jimping there. Just, you can grab it anywhere. You know, I like these knives with the real thick handles like this one, where it just, you feel it in your hand, you know it's there. I know that sounds like a stupid statement, actually. You feel it in your hand, but you do. You know what I mean? It just fills out the hand just perfectly. That blade, when I say it's wide, it also is 3.6 inches. Pretty much all edge. 3.6 inches of blade. The total length of this knife is 8.4 inches long. It is not a small knife. I'll show you it compared to the Endura and the Manix 2 at the end of this so you can get a good feel for it. It weighs 5.9 ounces. This is not a light knife. When you're handling it, because the distribution is so nice, you don't feel the weight. I mean, you feel that it's a substantial knife in your hands. It's when you put it in your pocket. That's why I was so happy when they came out with the little LionSpy, because I can carry this a lot more than I could ever carry this. This became a lot of times I'd pick it up and I go, oh, I love this knife. And then it turned into the knife that almost made the EDC because it was just too heavy for me, given that I carry multiple knives. The handle really is where a lot of things are going. Spyderco has a unique pivot that looks like the SR1 pivot that they made for this knife. They really put a lot of work into this knife. It's black G10 on the front and titanium on the back, and it has these ribs in the texture. Can you see that? On both the G10 and the titanium. Gives you more of a grip. It also looks bad as hell, especially with that titanium. It just looks wonderful. You can see that in this construction, the titanium comes halfway to make up a back spacer. It's one, and then you have the G10 doing the same, so you have that combination that makes up this half back spacer. So you can still get in there and do some cleaning easier because they left that open. Oh, there's a lot going on in the back. I just love it. You know, I am not a technician. I don't take knives apart. That kind of stuff just doesn't interest me. I like to see people who do that. But I love mechanical things. I do. And this knife just gives me that feel. So when you look at the titanium side, again, you can see the pivot. Just a beautiful looking pivot. The frame lock, Chris Reeve integral frame lock, and it has a big fix stainless steel insert. Remember, the reason they do that, a lot of knives have the stainless steel insert when it's a frame lock, and that's because titanium against the steel of the blade, the titanium wears out. Steel wins. And that's when you start seeing it sliding across, the lock sliding across. When you put an insert in like this, it's steel against steel and it lasts a lot longer. And you can see, you can take that off and replace it if it starts to wear down or there's a problem with it. Oh man, this is a very smooth knife. What you see right here is something that you only see from LionSteel. And LionSteel, working with Spyderco, they threw this in as well. It's their exclusive lock. They call it a roto lock. And it's pretty interesting. First of all, it represents their over travel. So they make sure that you don't hurt that lock by pulling this right here too far out and bending it out of shape. So that's the over travel lock. But also, if you rotate it, it's locked in, you rotate it like this, it actually locks the lock again. So it gives you even more security. But let me tell you, first, it has a big hunka Chris Reeve integral frame lock. So it's locked enough, but they give you, this is a big knife that can do a lot of work. They use their roto lock, their exclusive roto lock, to give you additional locking. So it's an over travel plus a secondary lock for the knife. I just think it's badass. It looks great on the back. You don't feel any hot spots on this knife at all, even though it has so much going on. It has a little pocket clip. It works for me, the little pocket clip. I have to say though, Man, this is a 5.9 ounce, almost 6 ounce pocket clip. They have a more substantial pocket clip, so you can tell that they've gotten some complaints. They have a more substantial pocket clip on the little LionSpy than they do on the nearly 6 ounce LionSpy. So while I think that looks cool, I like the more substantial one. I wish they had a more substantial clip on it. It is only right hand tip up. Right hand tip up only. And you can see that it's screwed on the outside. Looks great. Not enough security for me. I kind of like it to be, even though I like how it looks, a longer, more substantial clip. This, my friends, is the knife of the day. It's the Spyderco LionSpy. Again, there is a little LionSpy that Spyderco just released. This is a collaboration with Lion Steel based on their SR1 design. It's a beast of a knife. It really is. 3.6-inch blade, a wide blade, full flat ground, 5.9 ounces. And that's the knife of the day. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and also turn on your notifications so you don't miss all the videos. We're going through every single day. Monday through Friday, we do the knife of the day. Thank you very much for watching. You take good care of yourself and your family and friends. Wishing you the best. Have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.